there, awesome adventurers! Welcome to Catflixstream, where every story is perfectly amazing. Today, we're diving into a super cool tale about a pirate, but not just any pirate. My great-great-great-great-grandpa, Captain Elias Blackthorn. Can you believe it? My grandpa was a pirate. How cool is that? So, imagine this way back in the Caribbean, where the water is so clear you can see your toes, and the sun shines like a giant happy face. That's where my super duper great grandpa, Captain Elias Blackthorn, started his adventure. Now, he wasn't born with an eye patch and a parrot on his shoulder. Oh no. He was just a regular kid, like me, whose dad was a fisherman. His dad told him all these amazing stories about the ocean, with secret treasures and mysterious creatures. Elias's heart went boom, adventure time. And that fire never, ever went out. It was like a super-powered marshmallow roast that just kept going. When Elias grew up a bit, he decided to join a merchant ship. You know, those big boats that carry stuff from one place to another. But guess what? Fate, which is like a super sneaky ninja, had other plans for him. It was like the ocean winked and said, Elias, wanna be a pirate instead? And just like that, he was swept into the exciting, sometimes messy, world of piracy. He was so smart and brave, and super good with a sword. Don't try this at home, kids. That soon everyone respected him. He became a captain, not because his parents told him to, but because he was just that awesome and everyone wanted to follow him. He was like the coolest kid on the playground. But with a ship, the sea was Elias's best friend in his giant backyard. He knew all its secrets, like where the best waves were for surfing if they had surfboards back then, and when a big storm was coming. So he could say, uh-oh, looks like a giant water balloon fight is about to start. His ship was called the Siren's Call, and it was super famous. Just like him, they sailed around, finding all sorts of cool stuff, and got super rich. But Captain Blackthorn wasn't just about the gold and shiny things. Nope, he was looking for a super duper special treasure that legends said would give him amazing powers and more fortune than you could shake a stick at. It was like the ultimate video game power-up, but real. One night, when the stars were twinkling like tiny disco balls, an old, wise person gave him a map. This wasn't just any map. It was old and crinkly, like a super old potato chip bag. It showed a journey not just across the ocean, but into the super mysterious unknown. The map whispered about an island that time forgot, where the biggest treasure ever was hiding. Elias knew it would be dangerous, like trying to sneak a cookie from the cookie jar when mom's watching. The seas were full of other pirates and the king's navy, who weren't exactly fans of pirates. But the treasure was calling his name, like a super yummy pizza on a Friday night. So, with the map in his hand, Captain Blackthorn and his crew set sail, not just for riches, but to become super legends. The journey was super tough, like trying to beat the hardest level in a video game. Storms raged, and sometimes friends acted like not so friends, which hurt more than any sword fight. But guess what? Every time they faced a challenge, the crew got even stronger, like a super team. They were all in it together, looking for something even bigger than themselves. This quest was going to make Captain Elias Blackthorn a legend forever in the Caribbean, a story that would be told for like a million years. And guess what? Centuries later, that very same map found its way to me. Can you believe it? The whispers from the past are calling me to go on an adventure, not just to find the treasure, but to learn all about my awesome great-grandpa, Captain Blackthorn. It's gotta be full of danger and mystery, but also super exciting discoveries. Because when I look for that treasure, I'm also looking to understand the man who, even with his purity flaws, had a spirit of adventure that just wouldn't quit. And now, That spirit is calling to me, across all those years, to finish the quest he started. So, the journey begins again, and you, my Catflixstream friends, are coming along for the ride. This map, all worn out and full of secrets, wasn't just a piece of paper. It was like a giant magnet pulling me into an adventure. It promised not just treasure, but a super cool journey to find out more about myself. The squiggly lines and secret codes on the map hinted at a path that would be tricky, but also super rewarding. It wasn't just about the shiny gold and sparkly jewels. It was about connecting with my great-grandpa, understanding the real guy behind the pirate legend, and maybe, just maybe, understanding myself a little better too. It's like when you finally figure out a super hard puzzle, and you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So, with my trusty map and a super-duper curious brain, I started putting together my dream team. This modern treasure hunt needed more than just brave people. It needed super smart ones too. First up was Dr. Lena Marquez, a history detective who knew everything about Caribbean pirates. She was like a walking, talking pirate encyclopedia. Then there was Alex Reed, a tech wizard who could solve any puzzle, even if it was super old. And finally, Sam Torres, a super experienced sailor who knew the Caribbean waters like the back of his hand. He could probably tell you what the fish were thinking. We got everything ready, looking at old books and super new satellite pictures, mixing the old with the new to figure out the map secrets. Our journey wasn't just about sailing around the Caribbean. It was like going back in time, putting together tiny pieces of history to see what Captain Blackthorn really did. It was like a giant jigsaw puzzle, but with real-life pirates. As we set sail, the modern world just faded away, like a forgotten toy. It was just us and the big, blue ocean. The sea, with its grumpy moods and happy moods, was a tough opponent, but also a super cool friend. It whispered old secrets as we sailed. Like, hey, did you know a giant squid lives here? Every island we visited, every clue we figured out, brought us closer to the treasure. But it also helped us understand what it was like to be a pirate, not just fighting other pirates or the Navy, but the tough choices Captain Blackthorn had to make. It was like a super secret history lesson, but way more fun than school. We faced a bunch of challenges, like super annoying rival treasure hunters who kept popping up like whack-a-moles. We didn't know what they wanted, but their presence was like a constant buzzing fly. Nature also tried to stop us, with storms that appeared out of nowhere, like the sea was saying, nope, no treasure for you. But with every obstacle, our team got stronger, like a super-powered friendship bracelet. We were all in it together, and that made us unstoppable. Then, on a super dark night, when the moon was hiding, the final clue just clicked into place. We found a secret cove, totally untouched by time, like a hidden level in a video game. Inside, there was a cave, and the air felt thick with history, like a giant dusty library. And there it was, in the shadows, the treasure. It wasn't just gold and jewels, but cool stuff from Captain Blackthorn's life, like his old socks. Just kidding, but you get the idea. It showed us what kind of guy he really was. The treasure was super big, but the best part wasn't the shiny stuff. It was the stories those things told about love, and losing things, and never giving up on being free. As I held an old compass, its needle still pointing north like a super determined finger, I realized the real treasure wasn't the gold my great-grandpa collected. It was the journey itself. It helped me discover how strong and brave I am, and how important it is to follow your dreams, even if they seem a little bit risky. It was like finding a super secret level in my own life. As we came out of the cave, the sun was just starting to peek over the horizon, painting the sky with colors like a giant art project. Captain Elias Blackthorn's treasure wouldn't be hidden anymore, but his story would live on, not just in museums, but in the hearts of everyone who shared this amazing adventure. And for me, I found more than I ever dreamed of: a connection to my awesome ancestor, a better understanding of myself, and a story that I'll tell for ages. It's like finding a super rare trading card. But it's a whole story. The legend of Captain Blackthorn, the pirate of the Caribbean Sea, just got a brand new chapter. It's not about stealing stuff anymore, but about discovering cool things and making awesome connections. And as the sun rose, shining its light over the sea, I knew this was just the beginning. So, if you want to hear more about our amazing path, don't miss out on the next Catflixstream adventure. Stay shiny, stay cool, and see you in the next one.